Welcome back to Forks and Fandoms. Today, we're diving into one of life's most delicious debates. Brownies. Not just any brownies. We're testing out 3 different recipes, one of which went super viral not too long ago, to see if it's worth the hype. We have a 100-hour recipe, a 2 to 3 hour recipe, depending on how long you let it sit, and the ever-popular box mix. Which one reigns supreme? Let's find out. Now, let's meet the contenders. First up, we have the 100-hour brownie recipe. Ultra fudgy, but is it worth all the hype and the time? Stay tuned to find out. Next, we have the classic 2 to 3 hour brownie recipe. Chewy and fudgy, classically prepared with some extra chocolate chips thrown in because chocolate. But will it hold up its crown? Find out. And finally, the classic and extra convenient box mix brownie. It's a solid go-to for when you're tight on time and maybe a little patience too. Which will reign supreme? We'll find out at the end of this video. But each of these recipes has a unique ingredient lineup and a baking method, of course. So let's bake each one and break them down. Let's get to it. To make the 100-hour brownies, you will need the following: 2 1/3 cups or 400 grams of bittersweet chocolate, chopped, 14 tablespoons or 200 grams of butter, 6 large eggs, 2 cups or 340 grams of dark brown sugar, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of vanilla or vanilla paste, 1/2 teaspoon or 3 grams of salt, kosher preferably, 1 cup or 142 grams of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup or 86 grams of chocolate chips. First up, prepare the bottom and sides of an 8 or 9-inch square baking pan with butter and line them with parchment paper. Set that aside. Melt 400 grams of chocolate and butter together. You can do this in a bowl set over a pot of simmering water or in a bowl in a microwave. Note, make sure that bowl is microwave safe. If you're microwaving, go for 1 minute at 50% power. Stir and add additional time in 20-second intervals at 50% power until it's fully melted. Make sure you stir each time. Now that the butter and chocolate is melted together, set that aside and let it cool down just a little bit. In a separate bowl, mix together the brown sugar, the vanilla, and the salt, and then mix in the eggs one at a time. Once all of this is mixed together, add in the chocolate. Now that our wet ingredients are fully mixed together, slowly fold in the flour. Mix it until no white streaks remain. Now, pour into the prepared baking pan and sprinkle the remaining 85 or 86 grams of chocolate chips over the top. Cover the pan with foil and put it in the refrigerator for 72 hours. That's 3 days. This gives the flour in the batter a lot of time to hydrate and gives you ultra fudgy brownies. Let's go! Now that the batter has been chilling in the fridge for 72 hours, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius. Remove the foil from the pan and bake for 40 to 45 minutes. The brownies should be just about set in the center, but you still want just a little bit of a jiggle. If you have an instant read thermometer, you're looking for a reading of about 200 degrees Fahrenheit in the center of the brownies. Now that our brownies have fully baked, carefully remove them from the oven and cover with foil and put the pan straight into the freezer for 30 minutes. This traps in the moisture and increases the fudginess. Once 30 minutes is over, remove from the freezer and place into the fridge for 24 hours. Again, all the fudginess. After 24 hours, remove from the fridge and cut into 16 squares. You can store in an airtight container in the fridge for up to 3 days or in the freezer for up to a month. Though, if they last more than a day, I don't know if we've done our job correctly. To make our 2 to 3 hour brownie recipe, you'll need the following ingredients: 1/2 cup or 113 grams of butter, 8 ounces or 226 grams of semi-sweet chocolate, chopped. 3/4 cup or 150 grams of sugar. 1/4 cup or 50 grams of brown sugar. 3 large eggs. 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of vanilla paste or vanilla extract. 2/3 cup or 84 grams of all-purpose flour. 2 tablespoons or 10 grams cocoa powder. 1/2 teaspoon or 2 grams of salt, preferably kosher. 1 cup or 180 grams of semi-sweet chocolate chips. To make our 3-hour brownies, first, melt the butter and the chopped chocolate together using either a heat-proof bowl in the microwave or a medium saucepan. If melting in the microwave, melt in 20-second increments, stirring after each until it's fully melted. If you're using a saucepan, melt over low heat on the stove. Once it's melted, set aside to cool for about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, line the bottom and sides of an 8 or 9-inch baking pan with parchment paper. While our chocolate mixture is cooling, in a separate bowl, whisk together the granulated and brown sugars and slowly mix in the eggs one at a time, then the vanilla. Add in the cooled chocolate/butter mixture. Mix until fully combined. Mix in the flour, cocoa powder, and salt until no pockets of dry ingredients remain. Once fully combined, fold in the remaining chocolate chips. The batter will be semi-thick. Wink, pour the batter into the prepared pan and spread evenly. Add a few more chocolate chips on top for science. And then bake at 350 degrees or 177 degrees Celsius for 32 to 35 minutes, or until the top appears set and a toothpick inserted into the center comes out with a few moist, but not wet. All ovens are different, so keep an eye on your brownies. Check them at 30 minutes and then every 1 to 2 minutes after that. Now that our brownies are fully baked, carefully take them out of the oven and place them directly into the freezer for 30 minutes. Once those 30 minutes are over, go ahead and take your brownies and put them right into the fridge for 1 to 2 hours. Once fully cooled, lift the brownies out of the pan using the parchment paper and cut into 16 squares. Serve immediately or save in the fridge for up to 3 days, if any last that long. Enjoy! Our final contestant in this showdown are the box mix brownies. To make these box mix brownies, go ahead and follow the instructions on the back of the box mix. For these specific brownies, you will need the box mix, 2/3 cup or 134 grams of neutral oil, 1/4 cup or 57 grams of water, and 2 large eggs. To make our box mix brownies, go ahead and whisk together the water, oil, and eggs in a large bowl until they are fully blended. Add in the brownie mix and stir until fully combined, about 50 strokes if you're counting. To make the comparison fair to the other two, add in some chocolate chips. Spread into a prepared 9-inch pan. Sprinkle some more chocolate chips on top, then bake for 30 to 35 minutes or until a toothpick inserted 2 inches from the side of the pan comes out almost clean at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius. Now that your brownies are fully baked, very carefully remove from the oven and put straight into the freezer for 30 minutes. Once 30 minutes is over, go ahead and take out and bring up to room temperature. Once they are fully cooled and at room temperature, cut into 16 brownies. Serve immediately. Enjoy!
We're here. It's time, finally, to eat. Okay, so let me introduce the players. We have the 100-hour brownie, 2 to 3 hour brownie, depending on how long you chill it. And we have the ever popular, the box mix. Hey, no disses to the box mix. It's great. Get that out of the head of time. So let's try them and see if it really does make a difference. So we'll start with the box mix. Putting them in the freezer right out of the oven and them in the fridge right afterwards really makes for a gooey center. So if you're into gooey chewy brownies, steal that trick. You have my permission. It's good. Yeah, that's a standard good brownie. Mixing in the chocolate chunks and the chocolate chips definitely adds to the texture. This one is our 2 to 3 hour brownies, depending on how long you cool it for. Definitely smoother. Definitely, it's creamier as well. You can tell that we used high quality chocolate. Yay, oldie. But between the two, the homemades, definitely good. If you have the time and you don't mind using up all the ingredients, go for it. All right, and now for the big boy. This is the 100-ish hour brownie mix. I can tell you right now, it's sticking to the plate. Look at this thing. It's a bit gooey. I happen to like a creamy, well, first of all, look at that texture. It is creamy and dreamy. And it looks like chocolate mousse. And it's heavy. Oh, goodness. Wow. If I hadn't baked these myself, I would think that they're underbaked. Like, it just feels like you're eating brownie batter. I'm here for it. Wow, it's like chocolate fudge. Okay. As much as I hate to admit it, these are really good. However, I will say a caveat. The recipe does have 6 eggs in it, so it could just be that it's a really creamy, dense recipe. I didn't feel like using a whole dozen eggs because at the time of filming, eggs are expensive. But in the future, if you guys want me to, let me know in the comments. I can do a full 100 hours versus maybe just 24 hours and see if it makes a difference. If it's just the recipe that's really creamy and dreamy, we can find out. If you want me to do that, let me know in the comments. I'm here for it. But also, oh my goodness. If you like a little bit more chew, go with a box mix. You're not gonna hurt anyone. If you really want a creamy, dreamy, super impress your guests, and they won't know what hit them, 100-hour brownies, out of the park. If you don't want to have it just sit in the fridge for 3 days, go with the 2 to 3 hour brownie recipe. You can just mix up the brownie mix and throw it right into the oven with no chilling, and it'll be just as good, I think. But for sure, once you've baked it, stick it in the freezer, then just pop it in the fridge, and you cannot miss. This is all delicious. Which one's your favorite? Any more comparisons you want to see? Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. It's for free. And also, check me out on Fourth Wall. Then you can support me for as little as $1 a month and help me fund some of these great recipes. And also all my taste tests. Check out all my shorts. And I'll see you next time. Bye!